Okay, hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are back with me, with DJ FIRDAUS, with Monday Blues. So today we actually have our last guest for our slot. And before we introduce our guest, I would like to play one song from Adele, Hello. So stay tuned with me, DJ FIRDAUS, your FM, your campus radio. Okay, hi and welcome back with me, DJ Firdaus. So just now we played the Adele Hello. So hello to you guys. And right now is the time for me to introduce our guest for today. And our guest today is our beloved lecturer, Dr. Sir Harmi. So, sir, welcome to IIFM. Even though you are very familiar and yeah, with IIFM, you are the one that you know control it before. Okay, so actually this session is about the sharing session. It's to release our stress also before becoming of the final exam. And as we know that Dr. Harmi is our lecturer, is our communication lecturer. So not many of you know about the details of Doctor himself. So today we are going to share a bit with Doctor and hope we got a lot of input. So Sir Harmi, can you tell us a bit about not many knows about where you live, how many siblings do you have, and maybe some of your hobbies that you do during your leisure time, sir?
Okay. I'm originally from Kuala Lumpur. To be exact, I was born in KL and raised in Batu Caves.
Oh, okay.
I went to school in KL.
Yes.
I would finish all my schooling in Kuala Lumpur, and then I went to UIA in PJ, where I did my first degree in English literature and linguistics from Iium. Family member, I have 4 siblings, all boys.
All boys, huh?
Yeah, not all married, of course. I'm the third in my family.
Okay, you're.
But I'm the only one in communication business. The rest, they are not in communication business.
Okay.
From IIUM, I graduated. Then I started working as a PR before I joined TV3 as a broadcast journalist.
Okay.
Then I became a sports news reader, presenter, and host and later for sports. And later on, I became a producer.
Yeah.
Where I went to UK for my masters.
Wow.
After I got British Evening Scholarship and came back, I opened up my own company, my production house, media house.
Yeah.
Then in 2009, UIA called me and I went to do my PhD. Took a little bit longer than normal person, the other person take because of my nature of I'm not an academic 100%, so I need to refresh back all the knowledge. Then I came back and teach now as a lecturer.
Yeah, as a lecturer.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So, sir, it's actually we've known you as a person that works in the media for a long time. So, can you tell us a bit of your experience in working in the media, sir?
Working in the media, to me, the best part of my career was working as a journalist and also as a producer with TV3. That's because of experience. Working in media is not like working in normal office, because we don't have 9 to 5. We don't have weekends. So you have to find someone really understanding. If not, it's going to be impossible for you. Then we work on odd hours. But because of working in the media, gave me a lot of experience. And I travel around the world, do the thing that I love. To me, it's very simple because, and ever since I was a kid, I'm a fan of sports. I play football.
Wow.
I like motor racing ever since I was still a little child, a little boy. And when you grow up, when you be able to do that for your living,
Yes.
and for you to, you know, you pay ticket to watch football.
Yeah.
Or you pay ticket to watch Formula One, and you queue. You have
For a long queue.
for a long
Yeah.
time, long queue and everything. But now you got to go watch all this for free, and you get paid for doing what you love. So, to me,
That's the
I live
benefit,
my
huh?
dream, and I don't have to work a single day. And until now, I still do what I love. So
True.
it is something that is in my blood. So
No.
experience. There's a lot of experience. You have to be specific and ask. I can answer because there's so many experiences that I got.
We can see that it's actually not all people, nowadays, like teenagers, when they choose their word, they are not so passionate about it. Like you, sir, I can see your passion in doing the media work with journalism. So all I can say is that it's not even easy, right, to work in the media. You have to have knowledge and stuff.
Yeah. First and foremost in working with media is that depending where you work, if you are a journalist, your general knowledge must be good.
Yes.
And you must be able to write very fast, and then you must know how to ask questions to people. And all this come from experience. You learn through your experience.
Yes.
I never had any background in journalism before I joined TV3, because my degree in English, not journalism. I never had any experience in producing TV program. I never had a chance like my students to learn in the university about producing program, video editing.
Yes.
I don't have all that. I learned through the hard way while working from my seniors, and from them I learned how to do all this, and from the experience that I got. But passion is number one. You don't have the patience.
Yeah. It's kind of hard, right?
It's going to hard. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be hard because when something you don't, why do you do something that you don't like?
Yeah, because you don't have weekend. You don't have weekend. You work in odd hours. Sometimes, for example, once upon a time, when we have to do, not like now, we have to do editing by computer. Last time we do editing by machine. We have to book the machine.
Yes.
And when we have to go to post production, normally you get time around 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. So it's like you work around the clock. Sometimes you don't go back for 2-3 weeks because of your work. If you don't love,
what do you do? What you do?
You cannot. You cannot do.
Yeah, I think I remember something that Sir was saying in the class. If you don't have any passion, what do you do in my class, right?
Yeah.
And throughout the hard work also, you also teach us, like, you teaching us the manual, so you can navigate in all kind of methods that.
Because a lot of students ask me, why must I teach, for example, like video production, the technique of video. That because now we have all sort of videos, but people know how just to take video. It's like, because when you're born, you're born with it. What I meant is that when I was a kid, I never had a camera until on certain age. Then you have to buy the camera, learn how to operate the camera. But now you have a phone, and the phone comes with a camera. So you're born with a camera. So when you're born with a camera, you think that you know how to take video, but there's a technique of doing it.
Yes.
Everybody can take video for your keeping.
Yes.
But to do a professional standard, the broadcast standard, there are certain techniques that you have to follow. But some students, they think that they know everything.
Yes.
And they don't want to learn. But I think that's wrong, because of you must know how to do it properly.
Yes. True.
Yeah.
Yeah. Throughout the process also, throughout the journey also, sir, you've been working in the media as a journalism and stuff. I think I would like to ask you, which is the best part of being in the media? Your experience.
Yeah, the best part is, like I said, I can as a sports, because all my life I do sports production. So I'm a fan of sports, and for me to be able to be to mingle among the sports persons, is, to me, is like someone who likes entertainment, and they can sit around with the artists. So it's what they want. So look, to me, when I was journalists, for me to be able to work together with Malaysian athletes, footballers, and to call them as my friends. That is the best thing.
I think,
And then another thing is that to meet sportsmen around the world. Like for example, when I got a chance to interview Michael Schumacher, Rubens Barrichello, and all the Formula One drivers. When I got to meet David Beckham in person, when I did the program with him at evening with David Beckham, so then you meet other sportsmen that you only watch on television. So you got a chance to meet them.
Yes.
The another thing is that to go or to be in places that ordinary people cannot go. For example, that one of the thing that I've done before, I was producing program for Petronas, Sauber Petronas Formula One team. So every end of the year, I will go to Hinwil in Zurich, Switzerland.
Wow.
And then spend 1 or 2 weeks over there and do filming on how they on the new car. So how they build a new car. So you will go into their office, get to know how they build the chassis of the car, the engine, and the places that no one else can go.
True.
So you can go and watch it for yourself.
People.
So for a sports fan, for a sports fan like me, it's something really big.
It's true, sir. It's actually one of the benefits also. Instead of you traveling to other countries, actually you learn some of the technical part of being the Formula One itself. Because you've said before, like you already know the engine part and stuff, right? Okay.
Because of when you do something like when you master in certain field, you must know everything about. For example, I'm thinking about sports. So I cannot be a sports commentator and presenter when I don't know anything about sports, or I know a little. So I must know more than people at home. One of it is that I had to study the whole life of Formula One, the drivers, the track, the cars. So when you learn about Formula One cars, that you have to learn the detail, because when you give comment, you understand what you give what you're talking about, because each and every car to normal ordinary eyes, all the cars are same. But to a trained eyes, they know that the chassis different, the wings, back wing, front wing, suspension, tire, everything that they use. Each team has their own characteristic, and then you learn. And the difference in racing is only 100 or 1,000 of seconds. So that the different, why is Ferrari faster than this car by 0.03 seconds? So you need to know why. It depends on the track, it depends on the car, it depends on the setup of the car, the drivers. So a lot of things. So you have to know. So I was sent by Petronas to Switzerland to sit with the engineers and to learn about the car. And then I was sent to learn from the best. At that time, his name is Murray Walker. He's the voice of Formula One in the world. I learned from him, so I was sent to him and learn on how to do commentary in Formula One. So, but all of it must come from inside because of passion that I have. Without the passion, without the interest, just because I want to be on television, I want my voice to be heard on television, then I cannot. So I know every detail. Something happened on the track, I know why, and I can explain back to people.
True. I think what they say about the we have to know what we say is actually, if I'm not mistaken, we have our conference at the ICT where Awani came to our conference. I think I'm not sure it's the head, I think, of the Awani says that even the anchor of Awani itself, if they want to if you want to elaborate or describe about the news, they must know something about it, even though the anchor reading throughout the prompter, right? So I think
that person that you said, his name is Harmi Sulaiman. He's the boss of Awani now. He used to be my boss in TV3.
Wow.
He's the one who picked me to be the newsreader for TV3. So I know because I worked for him before. You look from on television, you will see he's very nice, very soft spoken, but actually he is a very serious and strict person when it comes to work. But having said that, I'm not saying bad thing about him. He's a very good newsman. And he trained us very well. So he only wants the best at that time for TV3. Only wants the best. You cannot be less than the best. If you say that you are average, or you say that I'm good, you cannot. You cannot be an anchor for TV3. For anchor TV3, you have to be the best. So they train you. As for me, they train me for 6 months, more than 6 months, to read news. Just to read news. Train your eyes of looking at the prompter without moving your eyeball. And how to read the news properly. How to when you read certain word, how to your intonation, the tone and all. So, and then you must understand the news, like he said, because I remember he said that when you don't understand the news and you read the news and it's about a sad story, but your intonation sounds like it's something happy, so you cannot. So you have to understand. You have to understand the whole thing. So in order for you to be a good newsman, you have to understand the whole thing. Then only you can dramatize the news. If not, you cannot be a good newsreader or presenter.
Wow, that's why Awan is so good right now because of him. So, sir, during you working in the media, the first step you're in the media, what's the thing that you're afraid of?
At first, because of like I told you that I have no background in writing news.
Yes.
I have background in writing, of course. Thanks to my 4 years learning English literature in Iium. I know how to write, but I don't know how to write in the proper manner of broadcast way. Because broadcasting, when you do script writing for television and radio, it's very much different from your write for newspaper. Or for your write academic writing. So there's a way of writing. And what afraid me most is that I don't know how to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then because when you don't know how to, then you cannot compete with your colleague.
Oh, yeah, true.
Media is a very how to say this?
Broad.
No, it's a very competitive business.
Oh, okay, competitive.
Everybody wants to win. Everybody wants to be in front. So no one going to help you.
True, sir. True.
So you have to help yourself. You have to learn. You have to know how to ask. No one going to help you. No one have time to help you.
Yeah.
So you must know how to get the knowledge from people. So especially like me, who has nothing, zero, then I have to take from someone, and then I look at the way they work, and I take and I bring back the script. I read many times before I go to bed.
Wow.
Every time today, I read 2 news, for example. I go back, I bring the script, I read again and again.
Wow.
See where I went wrong, and then I look at the other script by a good journalist. Then I start to compare, and I start to say that, well, why can't I write like him?
Oh, okay.
Then I will try to write like him and try to think like him. What
It's a lot of work,
is that I cannot compete with them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, true. In the media, it's kind of competition nowadays. And we are like...
Because, like in a newsroom, for example, in the sports production, sports news, we have 18 journalists at that time, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow, 18 journalists.
18 journalists, sports journalists. So, how to be the best among them? And you are a junior. And then, when you want to be a newsreader, how to be... At the time in TV3, when you chosen to be TV3 a newsreader,
yes,
you, number 1, you must be good in your writing. Number 2, you must be you must have a good personality.
Yeah.
And you know how to read news well. And in order for you to reach that, there's a lot of other competition too.
Oh, yes.
So when Suhaimi Sulaiman said that I was chosen to be one of the selected people to undergo the training, they call mock run.
Oh, mock run.
Normally there are around 10 to 15 people, and then only survive around 2 or 3 if you're lucky. So how to be? So it's always competition. From day one, you compete with people.
Yeah, true, sir. In life also we compete with each other.
In life also we compete with each other, but more so in media, because of that's the nature of the business. You have to compete.
True. So wow, it's a lot of input from you, sir. So right now we have to take a break and give space to give way to Azan, and we continue back after the Azan and one song from we'll see you again. Iium FM, your campus radio. Hi, and welcome back with me, DJ Firdaus. So, just now, previously, we have talked about, the background and, the hardship of being in the media with Sir Harmi. So, right now, we are moving on to the end session of it. So, Sir Harmi, it's actually, I just want to ask you about, communication in general.
Okay.
What do you think that maybe communication in Iium or in Malaysia or media in Malaysia or Iium going to go in 5 or 10 years time?
Communication is a broad area, but when we look at, I think we better scope it into media. Because communication means that the way people communicate and how to communicate. But when it comes to, I think what you're trying to say is that the media in Malaysia.
Yeah, the media.
Of course, media now are going through a lot of changes after the new government.
True.
And there's a lot of restriction last time that is no more there.
Yeah, limitation.
Yeah, there's more freedom now. Yes. But to me, I still believe that we can practice the freedom of speech or media, but in certain things that we still have to observe certain rules, regulation, whether it is written or unwritten.
Yes.
When I say written and unwritten is that we live in the multiracial, multicultural, multi-religion country. And there are certain things that cannot be
brought out,
said, or cannot be argued publicly because of the sensitivity.
Yes, true.
Or in a way they say it politically incorrect. That we have to observe. But other than that, I think it is more open now, and then it's good. It's good because people can listen to all sides, both sides, or three sides of our opinion.
True.
Before making decision. It's only that my worries is that the media social.
Oh yeah.
Not the official media, because I think official media, they know how to behave.
Yeah, to limit
and
themselves.
they know how to carry and the freedom that they have.
True.
But in media social, that people can say and throw
whatever they want.
Yeah, whatever they want.
Yeah.
The thing is that in newspaper or radio or television, we have gatekeepers.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But in media social, there's no gatekeepers. We are the gatekeeper on what we read.
Oh, okay.
So for example, like I go to WhatsApp, there's sometimes certain things people send.
Yeah.
I don't even look or read or
try to understand it.
Yeah, I try to download whatever they send because of to me it's no point and no use.
Yeah, true.
So the gatekeeper is me. I'm gatekeeping myself from reading certain things.
Yes.
But not all people are like that.
True.
Sometimes they can just they read everything and they tend to believe, and that is the saddest part.
Yeah.
I can send today in WhatsApp group. I say that Firdaus Omar is not a good student, very lazy, and always never come to my class, which is a slander, which exactly opposite of what you do. Okay. But I'm a lecturer. I say like that. And people will believe me.
People will believe you.
in the social media social.
True.
So there's no way you're gonna stop me. But if I say like that in the Iium FM now, the interview, so the producer said, "Hey, it's not like that. Firdaus is not like that." So they can edit.
They can.
This one no edit.
They can censor it.
No censoring, no editing. It will go
straight.
And then the people like me just now.
Yeah.
I don't have that sense of responsibility, sense of the how they call it to protect myself or other people from certain damaging statement. I just say it because of I think I have the right. So some people like that, and then and they give their thought, which supposedly is for their own. So I believe this and this. I believe.
Yes.
But when you put it in social media, and especially when you're someone influential, people start to believe.
True.
That's what worries me, because if you can see now the war in the social media, Facebook, Instagram, or WhatsApp, the war has been going on, never stop. So many things.
Fake accounts.
Yes, fake announcement.
Yeah.
And sometimes, in media, go back to being in news.
Yes.
We want to be the first.
True.
So now, everyone wants to be the first.
Yeah.
To announce something, to say something is not true. And sometimes I don't understand people for fun doing it. I remember the news of landslide in the Cameron Highland. And one of the news showed it was last year's news.
Oh, wow.
I remember that announcement of there's no water in Selangor. And it was last year's announcement. They changed the date and send it in WhatsApp.
Just for fun.
One time 2 years ago, here in Iium, in Communication Department, we are about to open a new semester. And one student sent, which is very wrong actually, he sent to his friends, girlfriends, a WhatsApp announcement by the rector of Iium, saying that all communication department will be moved to Pago.
Wow.
Starting next semester.
Oh, I think I heard of that.
Yes. And then, of course, we lecturers, and it's very fast, viral.
True.
Went viral. So when we look at it, it's a letter from the rector. And number one, how did it get to WhatsApp? We don't know. And number two, we don't know anything as lecturers. And this create havoc among the com students.
The com students.
Yeah. And then we reported, of course, to Iium, then investigated, and then they caught the
one
student. And he said he's just trying to prank his friends.
Wow. From prank become viral.
So be careful sometimes. Now, that's what worries me when it comes to communication. You said just now. The rest is, I think we are okay, but when it comes to social media, so we need to really know how to handle social media, because it also comes with the society. When we are growing society, developing country, we are not developed country yet. So I think the sense of responsibility is not there. That people has to
change.
Yes.
Okay, alright. That's a good tip from our beloved lecturer, Sir Harmi itself. So, right now, it's the end of our slot for today. So, I would like to thank you, Sir Harmi, for coming to my slot. And it's my last slot for this sem too. So, I would like to say thank you for listening to me, Monday Blues, DJ FIRDAUS, and my partner, DJ AMI. So, I would like to apologize for maybe some of the mistakes that we made throughout the sem, and stay tuned with Iium FM. Maybe we can see each other in the future, who knows. And thank you again, Sir Harmi, for coming to our slot. I would like to end this session with one song after this, so stay tuned with us next sem, Iium FM, your campus radio.
Alright.
Okay.